All right, YouTube, this is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subject channel, and we continue this marriage negativity series. For all you dudes that ain't never been married, that act like you know, or you dudes that been divorced yourself, like Mr. Let Go, who's still talking that stuff, but he grifting because he tried to talk like one of us and then say he not with us and then criticize us while he trying to halfway think like us and halfway talk to get that money for his little dating card game or whatever. Man, the dude is a chump and a clown. And I don't even know him like that. Wait, hold on. I don't even know him like... What is this on my glasses? We're going to get this out the way. I don't even know him like that per se. But I had a negative interaction with him on this channel where I learned, don't go to their channel. They're going to just make you look stupid. He had me, he got all the way under my skin, had me look like a maniac, man. Because I know I could cook him. I was mad because he didn't let me cook him, but he was talking all that noise. So, two main things I want to talk about this. A lot of married guys experience this negativity. And that's when their ambitions grow for themselves that they didn't have when they was with you. That's one. And the other one being the whole stay-at-home mom thing. How sometimes, like even a lot of guys experience this with COVID. That stuff can backfire in your face. It can. Like, even before COVID, like, when you start getting in trouble and you the only one working, either she does something to help you or you gonna sink, man. I'm telling you, man, because let's be honest. Sometimes you have to quit jobs, man. That's just the way it is, man. You could, for your own sanity, for self-dignity, for a lot of different things. But when you, listen, man, I could tell you firsthand, when you the only one working, the only option to keep things afloat is to be a punk and to just take whatever they throw at you at work and just keep working. Even though sometimes they'll still fire you if they don't like you or something. But when you do what I did, it creates problems, man. I'm telling you, it creates problems. So see, what stay-at-home moms, you need to appreciate that, but you need to understand, too, that if a situation arises where you, for the family's benefit, need to work, you don't get mad and threaten to cheat and all that stuff. You just do what's best. Do that. But a lot of guys that be the only one working, they experience that everything had to go perfect. You can't make no mistakes with your finances. You can't get sick. Everything has to go perfect or it's going downhill. It's going downhill. And that's why you women, you know, if you get the opportunity to stay at home, stay at home. What I would tell you guys, if you want your wife to stay at home, then already have your money. Don't be growing along the way because things change in life. I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen to me. Companies close, you get fired, you quit, you get pay cuts, you get injured. Things happen, man. You better know that. You better understand that. Y'all talking about, well, I need a stay-at-home wife, homeschool kid, all that. That's wonderful, but you got to have your money right, though. You got to have your money right. And here's what a lot of them do. Stay-at-home wives do that just not right. You're staying at home. The last thing you should be doing is criticizing him financially. Because you really could be contributing. So if things go wrong, you don't try to coach, you try to help. Women, a lot of them, what they do is they get to criticizing. That ain't the thing you should be doing. I'm telling you, man, y'all can't tell me, man. Stop listening to these dudes that ain't never been married. Or they got good wives that cooperate with them. I don't care how good of a person you are. If you're not cooperating with your husband, you are a bad wife. Some people be a good person, but a bad wife. If you ain't sexually attracted to your husband, here's what you should do. You should leave and don't demand no money. Be like, I'm going to break away. You can keep the kids. I'm going to help you. They ain't going to do that. What they want to do is sometimes they won't say, but they want to explore and experience other men. And that be the source of the problem. But you won't think it unless you more intuitive or too intuitive. You won't think this, but this is what's underneath the surface. That curiosity creates problems. This is what y'all got to understand. Some women be wanting that attention from men. Some women be wanting to see another man's reaction to her little moves. And they want you to sponsor them while they do. J.R. Wisdom, me, Coach Greg, who else been married? Listen to the married guys first. Listen to the guys that will tell you the truth that have been married before them other guys. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Oh, yeah, that's entertaining. I don't want to hear you talk about marriage, though, because you ain't never been married. Now, it's some guys, I ain't going to lie, like Jason Black, be on it, on point. But some guys, no, dude. They just, no. If you advocating marriage blindly, get up out of here, man. Get on out of here, man. For real. A lot of these women done had trains ran on them. They ain't recovered from their sexual touch before ready to be touched. All type of stuff going on. And you telling dudes to marry them. You telling dudes not to get no. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm going to tell these dudes the truth. Even a virgin. If I saw a virgin that was showing me all the characteristics, I'm not getting no marriage license with her either. Now, if I'll be like, you know what, man, this is a really good one. I'm going to keep this one here. No marriage license, though. No marriage license. For me, virginity is never being touched by others or penetrated. If they touch themselves, that's fine. As long as they want to stick in no old crazy. Listen, we ain't going to get into all that. Let's stay on subject. But so those two things, man, I wanted to talk about. I wanted to address. Ambition for themselves, that's a bad wife. Now she knows everything is over between y'all, even if y'all. So now she wants to write books, wants to do this, wants to do that. Why couldn't they just do that to help you? Wants to do this, wants to do that. Conscious about health, all this stuff, man. This is what guys deal with. But when y'all was together, called, oh man, you need to do this, you need to do that. None of that ambition. If you don't like me as I am, None of that ambition, man. When they show you who they are, believe them. They'll do everything for a dude they don't even know today. They'll diet, they'll write books, they'll create channels, and then they'll take all that money to the guy that they like for, 2 years? Then they'll be doing him the same way. And they'll take your money from alimony and child support and throw it into that guy they like too. That's why a lot of dudes they can't take it. They can't take it, man. I'm going to tell you what you do if this is your situation. Don't get physically violent with her or the other dude. Long as he don't do nothing to you, don't do nothing to him. How you do this, you fight her in court. You fight her by not telling her what you got. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. I don't owe you anything. You screwing him. You wasn't even screwing me. That's what dudes deal with. But I owe you? Man, get the hell out of here. I'm telling you, man. I sympathize with guys, man. I don't know how mine is going to go. But I see other dudes playing out. I done heard other stories. I done heard J.R. Wisdom. I done heard Coach Greg J.R. Wisdom said his wife basically decided she wanted to go back out there, but then she wanted him to pay for it. That ain't fair, and that ain't God. Stop saying it's him. It's not. That's the seal of Saturn. X. Line X. This new ambition. How many of y'all dealing with that? How many of you guys had to deal with her disrespecting you and respecting other guys? When they do that, I'm going to tell you what's next. New ambitions. Ambitions that they didn't have with you or for you. They don't even want to help you. They want you to do everything. But yet they'll get themselves right to do all of that stuff for somebody else. And y'all kids, stop always taking these women's side when they be doing this stuff. Y'all be severing y'all relationship with y'all dad by not seeing it down the middle. Like, you can't see? Some of these kids be old enough to see, and they can't see it. All the things they stop doing, all the things they slow down doing. But yet you can't stop, you can't slow down. I would advise some of y'all to rattle her a little bit. She wants you to still remain everything, this. Pay that bill late one time. Let her sweat a little bit. Because they want you to continue in everything you're supposed to do, but they ain't gonna do it. When this happens, man, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move on. Fairy tale's over. For me, the fairy tale been over. You just try to hold on to it. Just kind of like, well, in a small way. You know how us who grew up in the 80s, we still look at the 80s like, man, it was the best time, y'all, for real. We ain't have to deal with a lot of this stuff we got to deal with today. Music was good. Movies. Cartoons. Do they even have a Saturday lineup? But the 80s is gone. See, people be holding on to the fairy tale. If you think back, it never was a fairy tale other than in your mind. Think real hard now. Think back. Y'all been fighting a long time. Going back and forth a long time. Think about it. The guys ain't gonna admit it though. I know guys despise their wife. They'll go out in the garage. I know a dude that fixed up his garage to get away from his wife. Don't do nothing but cheat on her. But he's still there. That's how you cope with that? That's not a good strategy, buddy. It's not. You better off just leaving her alone and then going and do whatever you want to do. That's not a good strategy, man. But they, like I say, that new ambition, that's a sign that you're right about thinking it's over. Now they want to do all this stuff that they could have did to help the whole family. They try to act like they sold for the kids. Okay, if you sold for the kids, what have you done in the times of trouble to prove it? Well, that's your job. You a man. That's your job. You a man. If they said that to you, that's a red flag. Your job is to help the man. So if let me ask you something. If y'all in a boat, right, and one person falls overboard, how can the people that's still on the boat help the person that went overboard? By pulling them back on the boat, right? But they'll say, you a man, you supposed to do this. You a woman, you supposed to, if I don't do it. What are you going to do? Because a lot of them, they'll take sex off the table. So what's left? It's y'all roommates now. Like, you doing everything, they doing nothing. Think about it. You guys that will watch this, that they done already pulled sex off the table. You already sleeping in a different room. And now they want you to clean the house and wash the clothes too. I mean, why don't you just leave? They ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna show you why. Because a lot of women, they image conscious. They don't want to look like bad women. They want to be bad women behind the scenes that nobody else know about. And then when other people come around, they'll try to act different. They'll try to act like they respect you when other people are around. But then when them people leave, they go right back to what they doing. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here with that, man. And it's not because they are just these horrible people. That's just what listen, man, they don't know how to control themselves. They can't help themselves. The Most High gave Adam and Eve the whole entire world, built the whole world for them. And she, instead of doing what he created her to do, she wanted to do his job. This stuff been going on, man. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm finna get working, man. Because I know I could talk about this all day. They're going to probably just shadow ban it anyway. They ain't going to let it all the way through to get every view that people would give it. Because y'all got to realize politics come into play on this YouTube sometimes. But I do this anyway because I know that somebody's going to be able to see it and I'm going to help somebody. That's what I look at. So thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. You're not getting me in the Matrix. F your feelings. No simping. All subjects channel.